church, those businesses, operations that are in that church, how are we doing with keeping them downtown? Because a lot of the customers that they serve live in that area, and if we move it out to Home Tipple, Nolanville, it's not gonna do them any good.
No, that's what we're trying to do, is relocate them somewhere. Some of them have locations already, like we have a location up above the municipal court, you know, that second floor that's vacant, and that's being offered to the, what is it, the veterans, one of the veterans organization that's there. So we're trying to keep them down there in that area. With the buildings that we have, if we don't have, we work with private real estate companies out there, you know, like for example, where IT used to be, right there on Avenue D. That's a big building right there. That's a nice building, and that's vacant right now. It's being leased by a private real estate company. So there's opportunities there. And hopefully, you know, we've talked to them about that, and the city manager is working on it.
And where is your office located at?
I am located in the municipal courts, public works on Avenue D.
Okay.
It's on the second floor.
Okay.
Well, what I would like to do is kind of segue off of her. You know, I don't want to kind of take over this
Oh,
meeting.
no, that's
I told you,
fine.
I ain't gonna talk, it's just.
That's fine, Mr. Mayor.
But any opportunity that I get to share my vision,
Yes.
I do that. And what she's talking about, I know some of you guys have already heard me say that, you know, as mayor, I always tell everybody, if I can do just one thing, you know, we do all the daily stuff, the management, the budget, and all that, and that is gonna go on forever. But I said, if I can do just one thing as mayor, you're looking at it right here, you're looking at the north part of Killeen, because, you know, I think that our identity comes from the north. You know, when people think of Killeen, they think of our downtown area, especially Rancier. Rancier area, I think it's a gold mine that hasn't been dug up yet. You know, there's a lot of gold in Rancier. And we have a culture that identifies us with the culture. If you go down there, you see everywhere there's a military base, there's a restaurant on Rancier. It's like a Filipino, there's a Hawaiian, there's Puerto Ricans, there's all. But when you go down there, what is it? It's not aesthetically pleasing. I mean, it's just ugly. And so one of the things that I've been working on behind the scenes, you know, we met with the city manager, we met with several departments, we met with planning and zoning, Dr. Shanan. They know every time they see me, that's what I'm gonna ask them, what are we doing? And so we're getting money, we're getting ideas, we're getting things to kind of work. I've even spoken to the commander, you know, let him know my vision on Fort Hood. And he's all for it. I mean, I'm getting a lot of buy-in. It's just making it happen. So we're just kind of putting all the pieces together, even if we start small. You know, if I can plant that seed and just kind of work our way down. I think that'll go a long way to a lot of the things that we discussed, because we talked about neighbors not coming out and get to know each other. When you have a community that you can come out and you can walk, and you can go out to downtown, and you can go out to a nice little cubby little restaurant, a coffee shop, guess what happens? You start to get to know your neighbor. And that's an example. I always use the dog park. The dog park to me was a home run. And I don't even own pets. But when you go down there to the dog park, people are out there with their pets, and what are they doing? They're talking to each other. That in itself goes a long way to reducing crime. And so we can just kind of do something where people can get out and walk. I would love to be able to just say, you know what, honey, what are we gonna do? Let's just walk to Rancier, you know? And that is what we need. We need more places where we can walk to. I think that Killeen, it's not a very walkable city, if you ever noticed that. You know, we've changed our code several years ago where we can build things and not put sidewalks, and now it's in place where if you build something, you gotta put a sidewalk. We need to go back and fix up the areas that don't have one. And I think that Rancier, when I talk to people, they say, that's a nightmare, that's impossible to do. And I say, well, that's impossible, but you gotta start somewhere. And you start somewhere. I talked to the electric company, you know, one of the regional guys, and I said, you know what, I'd like to see all those wires come down. And he said, Mr. Mayor, that's an impossible thing. And I said, well, who's the impossible person that I need to talk to? And he said, I'm gonna get to that person, I'm gonna let him know. And I said, that's the seed I want planted. I want that seed planted, because I think we can make it, because the reason I think it can be done is because it's a gateway to Fort Hood. I mean, Fort Hood, you see all the soldiers come out, and when you put soldiers in it, you know, people wanna do good things to the soldiers, you know, you want, when they come out of that gate, you know, I know that corner lot right there in the corner used to be an old gas station.
Yeah.
It has the old, I think, tank still in the ground, and the lady has it up for lease. And I've already know where she lives in Belton. I'm gonna have to go knock on her door because they're not responding to me and say, we want that lot. We're gonna open up a green space right there so that when you come out Fort Hood, you see something beautiful. And that's the seed that'll just start making it all the way down to this church. I mean, right here, you know, if things go all right, you're gonna have a huge shopping center right across the street. And so it just needs to come down. My bigger vision, because I am a runner, everybody likes to know that, everybody knows me, I like to run. And I ran that marathon from all the way down there, coming down 439 all the way to Temple. That would be an amazing thing to be able to connect and say, you know what, we can run all this place if we want to. So that is my vision right there, and that was my segue. Thank you, I appreciate it. We're gonna keep her busy. Yes, sir.
I have a question for her. Does that include nonprofit organizations also, where you help with the permits and all that stuff, or no?
No, not for the nonprofits, it's like a church or something like that. Any other questions?
I have a vision of, about the city of Killeen, the downtown area. We have a lot of, wonderful nightclubs down there, and I think a lot of people in the city don't even know about them. Now, I'm not a big nightclub man, but I have visited a couple of them, and they were just awesome. I had a relative come here a couple of weeks ago, and they was from Louisiana, and they love boudin. If anybody knows Louisiana, they know. But we have a restaurant down there that specializes in boudin, and I was able to steer them that way, and we had a great time. So basically, I think we could, because the city of Killeen could have entertainment as just as the city of Austin. Austin had to start somewhere, and we got to start somewhere too. So we got the beginnings. If we can just focus on the downtown area and keep people aware of what we have down there, because again, a lot of people don't know what's there.
Well, we do have, as a supplement to the city's comprehensive plan, which is kind of the big plan for vision planning and how they would like the city to look in years to come. We also have a supplement called the downtown plan. And the vision and the goal for that is to have downtown become a hub of mixed use, kind of live, work, play, where you have retail, restaurant, office space, and mixed use. Downtown does not have a lot of second-story level buildings, but we do have a lot of buildings that have been expanded and made into smaller individual businesses, but provides an opportunity where you could have nightclubs. The existing businesses that are down there that are kind of in that industry a little bit, maybe like Taiku and Scratch, maybe more so Taiku, because they are kind of in that nightclub and that wine atmosphere. That is a goal and something that they're actively seeking. While we also have property owners, we have one particular property owner that is interested in flipping his business from residential and back into commercial. So a lot of those things, if you were to drive through downtown today, looks like there's not a lot of activity. It's happening on the inside because unfortunately, the incentives that we offer for the historic district deal with the exterior, because we really want to maintain, as we grow, we want to maintain that architectural integrity and that historic preservation, because once it's painted over or once it's removed, you can't get that back. So we want to maintain those elemental features. Mr. Burrow, you just
Yeah, I have one question about downtown.